The first 10 fights Sakura lost in chronological order. By the end of the Naruto series, Sakura proved to be one of the most powerful kunoichi. Along the way, she suffered a few losses. As with any shonen series, Naruto is filled with fights. All 4 of Team 7 got plenty of moments where they are allowed to shine, even the oft-forgotten Sakura. She had an excellent moment to open Shippuden, where she took out Sasori via Chiyo's help, giving her the first victory over an Akatsuki member. It wasn't always smooth sailing for the team's only female member, though. She was not only defeated plenty of times but often was taken out without putting up any sort of fight. 10. Team Dosu jumped Sakura, overwhelmed her with numbers. Team Dosu was fodder, in every sense of the word, there only to test Sasuke's strength for Orochimaru. They managed to do that, bringing out a darker side of him after they battle the rest of his team. Kin grasps Sakura by the hair, taunting her over how much time she spends on it. While it looked like it was going to be another example of Sakura's weakness, she does manage to fight back against the trio but is overpowered by their numbers until Team 10 arrives. 9. Ino Sakura knocked each other out during the Chunin exams. The mind transfer technique known by Ino's clan is immensely powerful and very nearly won her match against Sakura during the Chunin exams. Unfortunately for her, Sakura's inner rage was able to overcome it, stripping Ino of her most powerful ability. From there, the two fought on mostly even terms until they both threw all of their remaining chakra into a single punch. They both ended up connecting, knocking each other out. While technically a draw, it counts as a loss as neither advanced during the exams. 8. Gaara pinned her to a tree with ease. At this point, Gaara was built up as the strongest genin at the exams, the end boss of the arc for Naruto and company. As such, Sakura stood little chance against him. She jumped in front of Sasuke to protect him from an attack, admirably standing her ground against the incoming onslaught. Despite that, she stood no chance, getting grabbed by Gaara and pinned against a tree as if he were fighting nothing more than a bug. 7. Sasuke knocked out Sakura when he leaves the village. The relationship between Sasuke and Sakura is a complicated one as the love was often one-sided in nature. Sasuke has brought harm to Sakura on multiple occasions. The first of which is when he leaves the village to join forces with Orochimaru and the Sound Four. She pleads with him to stay and even professes her love for him. It all falls on deaf ears as Sasuke has already made his decision, thanking her for all she'd done for him before knocking her out. 6. She was proven useless in the battle with Orochimaru Kabuto. After defeating Sasori, Team 7 hoped to extract information from his spy within Orochimaru's organization. Things didn't go as planned when Kabuto revealed himself as the double agent. The battle that spiraled out of it was an excellent showcase of how strong Naruto was, having a highly entertaining brawl with Orochimaru. Sakura, on the other hand, was shown to be completely useless and helpless as she was taken out by the mere shockwaves from the battle. 5. Sasuke manhandled all of Team 7 after they tried to rescue him from Orochimaru's lair. For a man who Sakura ends up marrying and having a kid with, he kicks her down on several occasions. Unlike the first occasion, Sasuke takes out all of Team 7 here, making them look like children in comparison to the power he has. The biggest insult to injury is that he neutralizes most of the team at the start, purposely leaving Sakura the chance to counterattack. When she does, he's able to counter it with ease, driving home the fact Sakura is the weakest member, despite being the only one to defeat an Akatsuki member to this point. 4. Sasuke nearly kills Sakura with a Chidori. The third time is the charm, as Sasuke's hatred has ramped up to the point where he's ready to kill Sakura rather than merely defeat her in combat. The entire scene is meant to be emotional and show how lost Sasuke is, but by this point, Sakura and Naruto both look dumb for not seeing what's right in front of their face. Had it not been for the actions of Karen and Kakashi, Sakura would have been discarded like a sack of garbage. 3. The cloned version of the Nine Tails knocks her out with a single punch. Among filler, the power arc is among the very best in the series, from its animation to its story. It helped bridge part of Kabuto's plans, building him more as a villain. Unfortunately for Sakura, that greatness didn't extend to her, as she was once again not only defeated but also taken out with ease. Once the four-tailed version of the clone is unleashed, Sakura tries to stop it. For her trouble, she's met with a single punch, one strong enough to knock her unconscious. 2. Madara stabs her with one of the black rods. After some time without a fight, Sakura finally gets into the action and Madara has ascended into becoming the Ten Tails. She's completely overmatched in terms of power by all those present. And that fact doesn't take long to rear its head. Charging in for a punch, Madara stabs her with a truth-seeking ball, and she would have died had Naruto not grabbed her. Naturally, rather than worry about the battle, her first thought is that Sasuke doesn't care about her. 1. Kaguya nearly drops Sakura into a pit of lava. Before the fight even began, Sakura was nearly taken out of the equation. Kaguya teleported all of Team 7 to a dimension filled with lava, flexing the type of power she was going to possess. Kakashi had to grab Sakura to stop her from tumbling into the lava, saving her and himself in the process. To Sakura's credit, she does end up contributing to the battle, later on, helping land one of the final strikes.